A quick one. Good morning. And 14th of May, 2024. Aago mẹ́wàá àbọ̀ ló fẹ́ lọ lù. Mo kí wa ní gbogbo ibi tí Ọlọ́run bá ní kẹ́ láǹfààní àti gbọ́ broadcast yìí. It is just for about 20 minutes because of my other engagement. Each time la máa ń sọ fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá pé Nigeria is not taking us anywhere, but is actually taking us backwards. And if we are not careful, we will sink in Nigeria and we will not make anything out of it. As we all know, this platform is dedicated to creating awareness and also providing information to many Nigerians, and why we Yoruba, under the leadership of Professor Banji Akintoye, believe that in the interest of the Yoruba people, we should exit Nigeria now if we are likely or truly wants to be a country that would be able to have our own economy. But many Yoruba people argue all the time that it is not likely that that is going to happen, and on that reason we should keep Nigeria. I mean, so many of us do not agree with that. Mukia to Bibilomo. So what I just want to share with us, this is my morning tea. I'm sure you can see this is what we drink a lot in UK, because when you live in the United Kingdom, you must learn how to drink either a tea, coffee, and you could have varieties of tea. But the broadcast is only just going to be for probably 30 minutes. I'm not here the whole day because I have other things to do. But every little opportunity that I have, I always try to bring it to the awareness for many people at home. And this morning, as I was making my way back into my house, I decided to branch at Asda to get tea bags, because we don't have enough tea bag in the house anymore. We've literally run out of tea bags anyway, so I decided to stop over and buy tea bag. And as many people, we've told you so many times that Nigeria is not taking us anywhere. It's literally taking us backwards. But many Yoruba people and many Nigerians always argue that we should give Nigeria more time. It will eventually become a very good country. I am not one of those that believe in that nonsense. And I hope when you're Yoruba, you're not buying into that. This morning, the tea bag that I bought, and I'm trying to adjust one of my platforms, bear with me, because apparently I think I should put this one like this. We're not going to stay long, so I know it's the morning. A lot of you are busy, hustling, just like anybody around the world. One thing that I picked up on the tea bag that I bought, for me, is not surprising, is not shocking, but for many of you in Nigeria, it is just that until Tieba Agripe, Nigeria failed to produce anything for over 63 years. It was producing at some point, but along the line, it stopped producing. And the reason why it stopped producing, is a very short program. It's not a long one. We're not in a full program. So just share the program as you come into the conversation. Many Nigerians think that prayer will solve the problem of Nigeria. No. This morning, the pound sterling has literally gone to 1,800 to 1 naira. And I believe the dollar, the last time we checked last week, was 1,450 to the dollar. But Leninisi, I'm sure the dollar would have climbed up to probably about 1,500. I don't know the actual figure, but I am very sure that the price of the dollar will be somewhere around 1,005. The question then is, why is it that we are not having enough dollar in Nigeria? The good answer to that is that we are not producing anything. You are not producing anything to give you dollar. So if you like, call Jesus Christ, call Muhammad, call your tradition, gods, or whatever. For the country that is not producing and keeps importing everything that you need, you will struggle to make ends meet. You will struggle for that country to survive. And Tinubu knows that. His economic team knows that. Everybody around him knows that. But I want to money Nigerians that are gullibles. You think that because we are outside Nigeria, we try to bring Nigeria down. No, Nigeria brought itself down, and it is not likely to rise back. So when I bought the tea bag, it cost me about £3. Yeah, about £3 something. But when I got back home and I wanted to make a cup of tea, this is the tea bag I bought. Okay? You can all see it. It's the Asda brand. So it's just the basic. Everyday tea bags. These tea bags have 240. And this is the way they've packed it. So it is packed like this. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tea bags. Everybody can see the tea bags, right? You can all see it. It's called 240 tea bags. Everyday tea bags. Already, I'm having the tea. But do you know that these tea bags, tea bag, Nigeria. Nigeria. It is possible. These tea bags should be produced in Nigeria and export outside the world. But no, it is not going to come from Nigeria because you have crazy politicians. You have a system that was deliberately set up to destroy the Yoruba people. But Omo Yoruba ni lakaye. And one wo the smaller picture while we are looking at the bigger picture. How many people can guess? Okay, you probably have seen, okay, hey, it's the headline, because I didn't put the headline apart from the Facebook. But Eyon Melo locally guess Ilu Titi Bagitinwa somewhere in Africa. Just guess. Just guess. Let me see if people are even watching, because like I always say, sometimes and when you come, they're not interested in what we are talking about because they believe in Nigeria. And on top of believe in Nigeria, they will engage with us when we are doing a live program like this, because this is a live program, it's not a recorded one. So you must appreciate when we go live so that it encourages us to always come back. How many people can guess Ilutiti Bagitiwa? How many people can guess? Just guess. Ìlú wo ni wọ́n ti kó tea bag yìí wá? Ìlú wo ló ń produce ẹ̀? Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. This is a tea bag coming from somewhere in Africa. Okay. I don't have to go too far. I've got an answer from Instagram because that person probably knows a little bit. Keke Okus, thank you so much. These tea bags And I think you must have seen any interview on Facebook, because I already at YouTube, I already given you the answer. It's just that so many of you don't go into details when we talk. This is packed in Kenya. 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 Yeah, you had it right. Kenya. Nwati Pake. For Asda in Leeds. Not Ghana. This is from Kenya. Kenya. Wawa Pake fún Asda. Ṣẹ̀rẹ́ ìtẹ́ wà nílé tí wọ́n ṣì ń sọ fún pé Nigeria máa work. Oh my God. Stop believing that nonsense. Nigeria is gone. Forget about these criminals in tie that comes out and tell you we are working towards a better Africa and Nigeria will be one of them. No, Yoruba nation, Biafra, Ijaw, and many other countries, Arewa nation that wants to pull out. You don't have a country and you can never have one. Many Nigerians are not lazy, but you have been put in that position because that is exactly what they want us to be. If Kenya is producing this tea in large quantity to be exported to UK, we then have to check what is the export of Kenya, because that should be the next thing you want me to tell you. And you know I always have the answer. First and foremost, let's look at Kenya as a country. Where is Kenya? And what does Kenya do? Because not everybody knows Kenya. Kenya is a country in East Africa with a coastline on the Indian Ocean. It encompasses savanna, lakelands, the dramatic Great Rift Valley, the mountain island. It is also home to a lot of wildlife, like lions, elephants, rhinos. From Nairobi, the capital, safaris visit Masai Mara Reserve, known for its annual wild beast migrations, and the Amboseli National Park. The total population of Kenya is about 54 million as of 2022. That is almost the same population for Yoruba people if we are meant to be an independent country. But the Yoruba idiots, the bomb bastards that wants to stay in Nigeria, does not see the future in their own country, but they want to go to Kenya for so many reasons, whether to do business, because Kenya is doing enough business that they can package this for Asda and me, a Yoruba man, put in Nigeria, we then have to buy these. When Yoruba should be producing these in the Oyo state, because we have the land, we have the technology, we are well educated, but no. Afe remain in that Olori Buruku bomb bastard country that British forced us to live together, knowing fully well that we are not one. Plateau State has the terrain to produce the tea, like I said yesterday, even the potatoes. So what you should be asking yourself is, what is Kenya doing right to produce this tea to get to the shelf in Asda? And we don't package it from Asda. But we are here today telling us that let us pull out of Nigeria so that we can become competitive economic-wise, security, immigration, our education, but most importantly, our identity. But many Yoruba people say, no, we don't want that. We would die to save Nigeria. But you cannot die to save Nigeria. You are better off to pull out now before it is too late. Let's just look at remember that the population is 54 million, because this program comes to an end in just about 5 minutes precisely, or thereabout. Let me just give you what Kenya made. Remember that this is not a country like Nigeria, which is 200 million. This is about 54 million. In 2022, their export is something that you produce and you send out to make money into Ninu, and you would then sell it to countries around the world to buy. The only thing Nigeria is selling as of 2022, that is 70% of our export. Remember, 70 out of 100 is crude oil. The rest is just bit. So what you need to understand is that Yoruba has what it takes to produce enough to feed the world. We have the weather, we have the terrain, but no, we are not producing anything. That is why we have turned to beggars. Majority of us are begging. It is not your fault. It is what the British created because they knew us, because they were with us. And hopefully when I have the strength to come out, hopefully today, I don't know, whenever I come out, I've been studying a guy based on a document that was sent to me, even to find out his last burial ground in UK. His name is called Walter Egerton. You might probably not have ever heard that name before, but you will learn from Koiki Media, one of my programs, very soon, about who is Walter Egerton. Walter Egerton, I'm going to come back to Kenya, known as Sir Walter Egerton, had a long career in the administration of the British Empire. He actually held senior positions, and one of those positions, as you can tell, was in what we called the Lagos Colony. He was born in 1858. He died at 89 years old. But he was one of those that was helping the British administration, the British Empire, during that era, to remove as much of our resources, to destroy our identity, to force us. We normally talk about the 1914 amalgamation, but do you know that this was the genesis of the beginning of the 1914 amalgamation? Walter Egerton was posted to so many places. He was only fishing kokon, ondro de àwọn bàbá kan. He was 21 years old nígbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣiṣẹ́ fún British. 21 years old, kò tí pé 25. And he served in the British Empire during that era for a very long time. When Walter Egerton became the governor of Lagos Colony in 1903, that was 11 years before that amalgamation. These are the reasons why we are backwards as Yoruba people, because jẹ́ ká tẹ̀síwájú to produce the same tea and supply Europe, Asia, and people around the world. That is why we have been given a religion to keep, because that keeps our spirit, but that does not give you the full life that you expect to live. I will be talking more about Walter Egerton. This I'm doing is just to summarize that kò kí ń ṣe Lugard ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ journey amalgamation. This man called Walter Egerton that became the governor of Lagos Colony in 1903, covering most of Yoruba lands in the southwest of what is now called Nigeria. In 1903, the Colonial Office wanted to amalgamate the Lagos Colony with the Protectorate of the Southern Nigeria in August 1904. Lagos Colony was standing on its own, and we still have the North and the South Protectorate. But nítorí pé in tí Lagos generate in terms of revenue, in tó ń gbé jáde in terms of omi tó ń bẹ níbẹ̀, they have been trying to make sure that Lagos will not be able to serve the Yoruba people. It will be only to serve our British Empire, toward hand over Nigeria from Fulani Caliphate. So I pity a lot of Nigerians and Yoruba precisely that do not understand how they've been able to destroy us till date. Mongo Katrina Lang, I follow her on the X. I told you she left Nigeria to deceive you to get the PVC to go and vote in 2023. She's currently representing United Nations in Somalia. Teba lọ sórí page lórí Twitter known as X. Every picture to post Biala no Abilemi enjoying life after deceiving and fooling many Nigerians to get the PVC to vote. Walter Egerton was already planning to amalgamate Lagos Colony as far back as 1904. Also, appointed Walter Egerton as the High Commissioner of the Southern Nigerian Protectorate. Nígbà tó merge Lagos, ẹ rántí pé Lagos ìdádúró fún rẹ̀ ni, wọ́n wá join Lagos mọ́ Southern Protectorate. Òun ló kọ́kọ́ fi ṣe the High Commissioner. He held both office until 28 February 1906. Nígbà tó di 1906, on that day, the two territories were formally united, and Walter Egerton was appointed the governor of the new colony known as the Protectorate of the Southern Nigeria. Ntí mo ṣàlàyé fún yín ni pé Lagos ìdádúró tẹ́lẹ̀. Nígbà tó yá, Walter Egerton ó make sure pé wọ́n push Lagos kó join pẹ̀lú àwọn Southern Protectorate. The Southern Protectorate ìyẹn ló wá di pé wọ́n lọ merge pẹ̀lú Northern Protectorate tí wọ́n fi pè ní 1914 fraudulent amalgamation lẹ́nìí. But the genesis of that amalgamation started as far back as 1904. Ni wọ́n ti ń fi oríṣiríṣi disturb brain ilé ayé wa, àwọn olórí burúkú yìí. And that is why we cannot produce even tea. But I'll be doing a little bit more about this in details, because only document kan tí mò ń kà lọ́wọ́, mo fẹ́ study ẹ̀ dáadáa kí lè grasp the what to come and talk to you about. But in tẹ́ bá wà lórí Twitter mi, tó ń pè ní X, àti Facebook, àti YouTube community, I've posted some of the extracts. Lánàá, that's if you're following me anyway. Mo níṣẹ́ àbí? No problem. But I am still far better than millions of you in that shithole country. And I'm 3,000 miles away. Kí a tó jẹ mí níbí báyìí, àpẹ́ díẹ̀. I can tell you that. I might not have enough, but at least I have the security, the welfare. My children have gone to school, and I hope yours have done the same thing. The future is bright. I do not need Jesus or Muhammad. All that is just to add to whatever our belief faith is. It is the system that needs to work. It is the system that is not working. that has kept you in the average poverty level in Nigeria. And if you do not support the Yoruba exit from Nigeria, you will suffer the consequence of that. I'll leave Walter Egerton. Mo kàn ní kí n chip in bó ṣe gbé mi lọ́kàn látàlẹ́ àná pé ìran wa ti suffer kò ń ṣe lénìí ni wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ wá. But in tó lè mú ìyà yẹn kúrò òun ni pé ká gbìyànjú bí gbogbo ọ̀nà ẹ má fi àdúrà sílẹ̀ ká lè kúrò. Mo kí bàbá mi Prophet Nasirullah. I've watched your program this morning. Your prophecy on Nigeria again. I am not here to sell prophecy to you. You don't have to believe it. But from what he said, Nigeria will break. A kò bẹ̀ Ọlọ́run pé kó má pẹ́ mọ́, kó má jẹ́ kó pẹ́ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ mọ́. Gbogbo ohun tó máa sọ ìjà sáàárín wọn pẹ̀lú Tinubu àtàwọn Haúsá àtàwọn Yíbò tí àwa máa fi rọ́nà lọ, k'Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ kó dá wèrè pè àtàǹjọ̀nù oríṣiríṣi kó dá sí wọn láàrin. Kéde wọn má yẹra wọn mọ́. Kí Tinubu bá sọ pé kí Sultan of Sokoto sọ pé kò ní kúure, kóun náà dá padà pé kò ní kúure, kó bára wọn jà. Kí gbogbo ọ̀nà pátá k'Ọlọ́run kó sí oríṣiríṣi wọn nínú. Bí Wike ṣe ń bá wọn jà ní Rivers State, kó gé orí Wike wálẹ̀. Gbogbo ọ̀nà pátá òun ni àdúrà kẹ́yìn máa gbà, because a níbọn a ní nǹkan jà tá fi bá wọn jà. But ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ rìn máa fi destroy that continent tí wọ́n ti destroy tẹ́lẹ̀. Èmi á wá fi sọ fún yín pé káwa tó destroy ẹ̀ máa fún yín ní the awareness nìkan tó máa gbọ́ tínú máa bí ẹ tààrẹ máa gbọ̀n, nítorí pé olórí burúkú gbà ní gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe representative wa. Àwọn ni wọ́n ń lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ láti kó wa sínú wàhálà àti èdè gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe bọ̀ ní 1903. Because ní 1903 ní Lagos ti ń pawó kó tó di pé olórí burúkú Walter Egerton tó sọ pé kó lọ join wa pẹ̀lú Southern Protectorate. Nígbà tóun parí tiẹ̀ ó bá wọn jà, wọ́n wá move ẹ̀ kúrò nínú ibi tó ń pè ní, because kò tí sí kankan tó ń jẹ́ Nigeria as at that time. It was Northern Southern Protectorate. Ìgbà tóun lọ ní 1906 lólórí burúkú Lùgádìdé lọ́wọ́ form tó ń pè ní amalgamation. Ẹ máa sọ pé dey play, ẹ̀yin tí ó yẹ kẹ́ dá sí gbogbo wa la máa jẹ breakfast. Ẹni tó bá ti kidnap ẹ lọ wọ́ owó láti fi gbà wọ́n sílẹ̀. Ẹni tó bá pa k'Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè tó bá dọ́dọ̀ bàbá God lọ́hùn kó sọ f'Ọlọ́run pé pípa tó pa àwọn yìí k'Ọlọ́run ṣèdájọ́ fún gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ kó ṣe ìdáàbò tí kò jẹ́ kó fi pa àwọn. Because as at yesterday, more people are being kidnapped. As I speak to you today, many people will be kidnapped. And as I leave you this morning, because programming will not be 30 minutes, but it's 5 to 30 minutes. Kenya in 2022, 53 million, made a total export of 7.34 billion US dollars. Gbogbo tí mo rí ní Kenya ní bíbáyìí, pátá tí mò ń wò lórí chat yìí, a máa ṣọ́ ẹ̀ tá bá ti ṣe software tẹ́ máa rí fúnra yín, because I don't make up anything. Kò sí nǹkan tí mo rí tó dàbí epo níbẹ̀. The major thing, mo ti wà látẹ̀ nǹkan, àṣojú tẹ̀ ń dùn mí ni. Àṣóhun gangan ni the major export wọn, tea bags. Mo ti ń wà látẹ̀ nǹkan bí ṣe gbójú sókè nísìn ni mo rí. Because mo fẹ́ wo kí ni percentage tea bag tó ń send jáde. The total tea bag tí Kenya send, tea bag ni the major export Kenya. Yes, you heard me well. Tea bags. So we need major exports. That is why they can package tea bag for Asda. It is just a system that is set up. Àwọn èèyàn lọ síbi iṣẹ́ yẹn, wá sanwó fún wọn, wá dẹ̀ make owó fún ìlú wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wo lẹ́yìn tea bag, wọ́n pe kinní kan ní flour. Mo ti gbọ́ yẹn ti pẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé flour máa ń fly dé UK láràárọ̀ láti Kenya. Yàtọ̀ sí ìlú kan ní Europe mo rántí orúkọ ìlú yẹn, ibẹ̀ náà ni flower tó máa ń pọ̀ sí tó máa ti ń gbé dé látàárọ̀, but flower máa ń dé láti Kenya. Ẹ wo distance yẹn. Ìwọ sọ pé ìran Yorùbá kò lè rí ṣe tá bá dá dúró, torí pé kò yẹ dáadáa ni. Àlàyé yẹn lèmi ṣe lórí ètò tó ń pè ní Koiki Media. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wo coffee náà is selling from Kenya. Ní 2022, Kenya sold $341 million of coffee. But the major export wọn in ton taju, okay, Holland lọ ní flower yìí máa ti ń wá iṣẹ́ gan ni, because mo fẹ́ end progress in this thing. The major export ti Kenya make owó lé lórí ní gbogbo ìlú wọn bó ṣe pé 53 million. Táwa jù wọ́n lọ in numbers. Àwa dẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀, a ní àwọn tó ní ọpọlọ, but ọpọlọ yìí ti yòrò, ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú bomb bastard, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ̀ka masters, ẹ̀ka PhD, a fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ oríṣiríṣi tí kò yẹ ká ṣe níta. A ní ká fọwọ́ pọ̀ kí gbogbo wa dúró lódindi ká lè máa lọ. Ẹ sọ pé ẹ̀ nígbà torí pé ìwọ wà níta, ó rántí àwọn tó wà nílé. $1.39 billion US ní tíì ti Kenya tó tà sí àgbáyé ní 2022. Lára èlèmí náà ti ná £3 láàárọ̀ yìí. Mo ti invest sí Kenya, but ààrẹ owó invest sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko. Èmi ló ń pè ní Koiki Media. Bàbá Yorùbá nation ní self-determination, inalienable right. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú wa, à ń sọ fún yín pé ẹ má yẹ kó pẹ́, ẹ má yẹ kó jìnnà. Àwọn èèyàn máa react along the line. À ń suppress ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ ni nítorí pé a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó di orí M1. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń ṣe ní tọmọlúàbí gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá Akíntóyè ṣe sọ. But bó bá pẹ́ jù, ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí á bọ́ sórí M1. Ara ò ní rọ gbogbo wa dáadáa ni o. Ẹ má yẹ kó débẹ̀. Ẹ jájọ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kúná gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọlúàbí tí Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ fún wa pé ọmọlúàbí lọmọ Yorùbá. Àìtí gbójú wo ọjọ́ ara wa báyìí. A sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí yín ni. Ìyẹn ò ń ṣe kankan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe the needful, àwa náà la tún máa fi ẹnu wa yìí la máa fi pọ́n yín lé dáadáa. But ẹ bá wá sọ pé kí lẹ máa ṣe, kò sí nǹkan kan tẹ́ lè ṣe. Ọlọ́run ọba Elédùmarè ló ní yẹn lọ́wọ́, ìtìyàn lè ṣe àti ìtìyàn lè ṣe. But màá máa sọ fún yín pé UK dear IRA, United Kingdom wọ́n dear àwọn IRA. Mo ní sọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀, ìwọ náà lọ kà yẹn lórí Google pé kí ni IRA padà ṣe fún UK tó fi di pé ní 1997 wọ́n wá bẹ̀ wọ́n pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ já tú yín lẹ̀ kẹ́ máa bá ti yín lọ. Mo ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ láàárọ̀ yìí. Mo kí gbogbo lé. Bye for now.